In this video, we're going to look at one of the quickest ways to turn down anxiety. And I wish I'd known about this when I was struggling with it the most. I was breathing wrongly, shallowly through my mouth instead of through my nose. And once I discovered this technique, I began to notice pockets of feeling calm. Now you can use this method of breathing to calm down your sympathetic nervous system and activate your parasympathetic nervous system. To make it simple, think of breathing like the gas pedals of a car. When you breathe in, you're breathing in oxygen and you are pushing down the gas pedal in your car to accelerate. You're activating your sympathetic nervous system, and this helps you feel alert and energized and is linked to your survival system. Now, if you are a shallow breather, which is common with people with anxiety, you may be overstimulating your sympathetic nervous system and increasing your levels of anxiety. By the way, the longer you inhale, the more you stimulate your sympathetic nervous system and you will feel alert. Now, when you breathe out, you are taking your foot off the gas pedal and you are triggering your parasympathetic nervous system. Now, this slows things down and begins to take pressure off of your nervous system, and it helps move your body into rest and digest and tells the brain you are safe. The longer you exhale, the more you stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system. Just to add, when you become anxious, it's very common to begin to over-focus on your worrying thoughts to try and find a magical solution to feel calmer. This is a trap and leads to overthinking. Bring your attention from here in your mind down into your body through breathwork and soothe the anxiety being experienced there. This will lead to a calmer, more rational and clearer mind. Let's do a simple breathwork exercise. Before we begin though, a simple common mistake made with breathwork is to take big, deep breaths, which can lead to feeling dizzy as you are introducing too much oxygen into your system. Make your breath slow and gentle and help get the balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide right and induce calm. So put one hand on your belly and another on your chest. Take a gentle breath in through your nose and notice, did your belly or chest move more? If you're breathing more to the chest, then your breathing is too shallow. Now, before we begin, how do you feel right now? We can use this as a marker for any changes you experience during this exercise. Take a nice, gentle, deep breath into your belly. Feel your belly expand. By the way, it's okay if you feel a little chesty, as with practice, it will get a little deeper. Most people find that lying down, it becomes a little easier. Let's practice a simple breathwork exercise. Now bring your full attention to your stomach and take a nice, gentle, deep breath into the belly, in through your nose, and then pause. Slowly release the air in your lungs through your mouth, as if you're blowing through a straw. And at the end of the breath, pause. Let's do that again. Breathing in through your nose, belly expanding, pause. Slowly release through your mouth, all the way to the end of the breath, pause. Gently breathe in through your nose and feel that belly expand. Pause. And then slowly again release through your mouth as if blowing through a straw to the end of the breath. And then pause. And this time, as you're beginning to breathe in, feel your body expand. And as you breathe out, consciously relax your facial muscles, your jaw, letting go of any tension or tightness to the end of the breath, and then pause. Breathing into the belly again. Pause, and this time relax your neck and shoulders as you breathe out, letting go of any tension and tightness towards the end of the breath, and then pause. And with each out breath, That can be an invite to let go of anything that you are holding onto, any tension or any tightness that you have built up throughout your day. Now get a sense of how that feels. Now it's okay if you feel a little tense, as some people do find relaxing and letting go hard to do, as they're used to feeling tense as a form of protection. Now let's move it up a notch with one of the fastest ways known to science to reduce anxiety and stress and move your nervous system back to baseline. It's known as the physiological sigh and was recently popularized by neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman. So let's take a nice gentle deep breath into the belly. Pause. Take a second breath into the chest and pause for 1, 2, 3. Slowly release through your mouth, releasing all the air in your lungs. And at the end of the breath, pause. 1, 2, 3. Breath into the belly. Pause. A second breath into the chest. Pause. 1, 2, 3. Slowly release. Pause. 1, 2, 3. Let's do that again. Belly. Pause. Chest. Pause. 1, 2, 3. Slowly release. All the way to the end and hold for 1, 2, 3. When you're experiencing anxiety, you want to do that 5 to 6 times to trigger the parasympathetic nervous system and tell the brain you are safe. It will feel like there's a fist slowly unclenching inside your mind as your body begins to calm down. You'll want to do this for at least 5 minutes a day to gain the maximum benefit of this breathwork exercise. Make it an absolute priority for yourself. Please use the accompanying audio in this program to follow each day. Now, clients tend to do this first thing in the morning before getting out of bed, instead of programming their minds with negative forms of social media and the news. This is a wonderful practice to do if you struggle with morning anxiety. Now, anxiety can feel very much worse first thing in the morning due to the high levels of cortisol flooding the body to help wake us up and get us alert for the day. If you have a nervous system which has become extra sensitive to cortisol, then feelings of panic and accompanying negative thoughts can feel very overwhelming first thing upon waking. Now, you can also add some mind balance, otherwise known as bilateral stimulation, first thing in the morning or at any time your anxiety levels have been turned up way too high. Quick tip. This technique is also very handy to use if you wake up in the night with a racing mind. When we become anxious, communication between the left and right side of the brain reduces to keep you in an irrational flight or fight state. The rational left side of the brain and the emotional right side need to strengthen their communication for you to think more clearly, rationally, and calmly. And you can do that with mind balancing. Have you ever seen people moving like this? Or maybe you do it. Yet the foot is moving erratically, fingers are fidgety. And this is the body out of control. There is tension and adrenaline, and the body seeks a repetitive motion to try and soothe itself. This is us out of control. This is a way of doing it in control. Just gently moving your hands and feet from left to right. Why is this important? Because it gets the left and right side of their brain communicating with each other. So we're firing up your prefrontal cortex. The left and right side of the brain are nicely communicating. And this repetitive and slow movement soothes the body and begins to calm it right down. We don't move like this when we're in danger. Anxiety speeds us up. And to show that we're in control, we need to do this to soothe it and to slow it right down. So obviously this is an exaggerated version. And if you suffer with anxiety, it's probably the last thing you want to be doing in public and drawing attention to yourself. So you can do what's known as a micro gesture in whatever position you're sitting in. So if I was sitting like this, I am actually doing the technique right now. You may see that I'm not pretty much moving. Nothing much is happening. So I'm not drawing attention to myself. All I am actually doing is twitching a toe inside my shoe from left to right. And you can't see it, but I'm gently twitching a thumb from left to right at exactly the same time. So I'm moving and focusing left to right with my feet still, and the same with my hands. Rebalancing back out the brain, soothing it with a slow left and right motion. Yeah, re-engaging communication between the left and right hemisphere. And I am now in control. Another point to this is that I'm moving my attention from my mind into the body. And by moving from in here to here, my mind becomes calmer, more clearer, and my anxiety is calming right down. I'll be coming back to breathwork and mind balance again in video 4 with my famous ABC technique, which you can use in the mornings at any time you feel anxious. Now, these body techniques are incredibly powerful in helping you regulate your nervous system. Breathwork is crucial to promoting calm and relaxation, where mind balance helps strengthen communication between the rational and emotional sides of the brain, aiding clearer thinking. The most important step is to practice. Make it a non-negotiable. These skills require regular practice to achieve optimal results. As a challenge, try practicing for 10 minutes a day until next week. For those who find themselves overthinking and have overwhelming negative thoughts, our next session will be perfect to help you. We'll be delving into negative thought patterns and how to overcome them. Well done on getting this far with the program, and I'm going to encourage you to get curious of what you are learning here and what changes you notice happening in your life. I look forward to connecting with you in the very next video.